I love Takis. Welcome. Dav. Welcome to the live, Dav. Welcome. We're just over here chit-chatting. And I'm here listening to this motivational speech on YouTube featuring Lisa Nichols, where she's talking about her life and how she had to leave people, friend, and her expectations of others behind and just take on a journey by herself. So it's not really the regular, structured live per se. It's not the regular show. It's not Leadership Unscripted tonight. We're just relaxing. Just relaxing and having a chat. So I'm not at work tonight. We're just enjoying. Westside, you're over here. Big up, bro. You're joining. You're over here. Tonight is not the regular live. Tonight we're just talking about, and the topic for tonight, not every delay is denial. That is the focus for tonight. Not every delay is denial. Because sometimes, you see, sometimes we want things to happen, and because it doesn't come through in the time we expect it to happen, we get all frustrated. We get frustrated, and we are ready to give up. And we are ready to blame everyone and everything around us. But sometimes it is what not every delay is denial. Not every, and see, Davi's echoing my sentiment in saying that's true. Sometimes things doesn't come through the way we want it to come through, or in the time we want it to come through, or what we had in mind is not what come to fruition, and we blame everything and everyone. But sometimes just not your time, and sometimes delay is definitely not denial. So tonight will be a little bit different. There will be no leadership dilemmas, no debates, no scenarios. Wow. No scenarios. Sorry. There will be no scenarios tonight, just conversation. Because I have a feeling someone watching tonight needs to hear this. If you've been discouraged, if you've been waiting, if you've been praying, if you've been working hard and wondering, when is my opportunity coming? Tonight is for you. Tonight is for you. So our topic for tonight, not every delay is denial. Welcome, Patricia Ferron. Welcome. Not every delay is denial. And sometimes what feels like God is saying no is actually Him saying, not yet. Let's talk. Sometimes you want to invest in something. Sometimes you have a big business idea and it just falls through. Or it doesn't work out the way you expected it to work out. And you get discouraged. No. Sometimes what feels like God is saying no is actually Him saying, not yet. Not yet, my sister. Not yet, my brother. Let's talk first. Let me prepare you mentally to take on what you're about to take on. That is what God is saying. So the topic for tonight, not every delay is denial. And as I said, there will be no leadership dilemmas tonight. There will be no debates, no scenarios, just conversation. Because I have a feeling someone watching tonight needs to hear that if you've been discouraged, if you've been waiting on something to happen. Yes, guys, I'm not in my work clothes tonight. Not in my work clothes, it's dress down day. I'm not in my work clothes tonight. Make sure you're tapping the screen so the live get more popular. And make sure you're sharing the screen as well. Make sure you're tapping the screen and sharing the live as well. So if you've been discouraged, if you've been waiting, if you've been praying, if you've been working really hard at something, and you're just wondering, when is my opportunity coming? Tonight is for you. Tonight is for you. Because sometimes what feels like God is saying no is actually God saying, not yet, my sister. Not yet, my brother. We need to talk. I need to prepare you mentally. I need to prepare you for something else. I need to put you somewhere else. If I give you that opportunity, you will not grow. You will struggle. That's not the journey I want to take you on. I have a different path for you. So sometimes, let us stop questioning the no's. Let us stop questioning the no and learn to bounce back stronger. We're going to stop questioning when people tell us no. When things doesn't work out, a business falls through, an opportunity doesn't go the way you had it planned. But no. God wouldn't bring you to it if He didn't plan to bring you through it. What did I say? God wouldn't bring you to it if He didn't plan to bring you through it. So before I start the live, I'm going to play our theme song. When it comes on to encourage. I've been standing in the hallway. Make sure you share the live. Make sure you're tapping the screen. I want to get to at least 15,000 tapping tonight. What I call heart on the screen. It's now at 9:38, 9:47. Let us see if we can get to 15,000. Work those fingers. Let us get this live out there. Tap the screen. Welcome, perfectly imperfect King. Tonight, God is saying, if you've been discouraged, if you've been waiting for something to happen, if you've been praying, if you've been working really hard, and you're wondering, when is my opportunity coming? Tonight is for you. Welcome to Over. Tonight is for you. Because not every delay is denial. Sometimes what feels like God is saying no. Sometimes what feels like God is saying no is actually Him saying yes. And I see someone messaging me private to say they want to order a book from me. So if you're on the live, I saw your WhatsApp. I'll message you shortly. I'm using the phone you're messaging on is actually the one I'm using for live. And I see, right? So someone is placing an order for the psychology of fragility. Yes. So thank you for that. So as I was saying, what feels like God is saying no sometimes. Thank you for that. What I saw the heart coming up. Thank you. Send a hand heart. Thank you, perfectly imperfect King. So sometimes what feels like God is saying no is actually Him saying, not yet, my brother. Not yet, my sister. Let us talk. I'm going to prepare you mentally. I'm going to prepare you mentally. I want to chart another path for you. You want to go to Jerusalem? No, I'm sending you to Jericho. You want a promotion in this country? No, I want to send you somewhere else. I'm going to plant you where you will grow. I'm going to send you somewhere where your skill set will be appreciated. And if you're in a situation where you feel like you're stuck, you feel as if your skill set isn't being used, God is also saying, I have you there because I'm building resilience in you. I'm preparing you. So just sit and wait. Keep pushing, just sit and wait. So tonight we will not be having any debates. No leadership dilemmas. No scenarios. No conversations. Just conversations tonight. And as I said earlier, the topic for tonight, not every denial is delay. Remember to tap the screen. I want to get the 15,000 likes on the screen tonight. Let me see if you can get me there. So work them fingers. While you listen, and I'm giving you food for thought, and I'm encouraging you, tap your fingers. Let your fingers work. Thank you very much. So back to our little theme song, and then I'll get on with it.
Trust the hand that leads me higher than my human will. Open every door for me, Lord.
Make sure you're sharing the live. And make sure you're tapping the screen. Remember, not every delay is denial. That is our topic tonight. So you see, I'm all dressed down tonight. I'm not at work. I'm not at work tonight. Tonight we're having a conversation. We're having a conversation tonight. We're having a conversation tonight. I need to speak to someone. We have a lot of discouraged people. A lot of people who are waiting. Thank you, Perfectly Imperfect King, for that heart me. Thank you. So if you're discouraged, if you've been waiting,
Sometimes you are building in me what I'll need for roads unknown.
welcome Nessa. Welcome Lady T. Thank you for joining. Please share the live. If you have not yet followed this profile, ensure you tap and follow this profile. Join the Leadership Unscripted movement. Chu Chung says, sometimes denials are hard to accept, and that's what causes us to make wrong decisions as humans. Chu Chung, trust me, you will be getting the first drum roll tonight. Chu Chung says, sometimes denials are hard to accept, and that's what causes us, turn this down a bit. Sometimes denials are hard to accept, and that's what causes us to make wrong decisions as humans, because we refuse to wait on God. We refuse to listen. So Church on, this is for you. Big comment that Church on. Sometimes. Yes, sometimes denials are hard to accept. True. Really hard to accept, especially if you've been working real hard. Especially if those who were given the nod, you know you've worked harder than them. You know you can deliver much better than them. You know in your mind you think you're a better fit. But God is saying, I have something bigger for you. God is saying, I have something bigger for you. I have something bigger for you. So God is just redirecting your path. So thank you for that, True Chung. Thank you for that. Let me hear your views in the chat. Welcome, Shannon. Tonight we're just over here encouraging. And our topic for tonight, not every delay is denial. So if you're on the live and you've been discouraged, I'm good, Shannon. How are you? Thank you for joining Leadership Unscripted. Tonight is not the regular show. The regular show is from Sunday to Thursday. And on the weekend, we just dress down a bit and kindly empower and encourage our listeners. Thank you for joining. I do hope you stick around. Thank you for joining. What's your name? Your mother. Thank you. So we're just encouraging tonight. Not every delay is denial. I know it can be discouraging. Some of you have been praying. You've been waiting for your turn. You've been working so hard. Late nights, early mornings. Sometimes minimal sleep. And when it's time for you to get promoted, when it's time for you to be acknowledged, you're denied. Do not be discouraged. Sometimes what feels like God is saying no is actually Him saying, not yet. Not yet. This is not for you, my son. This is not for you, my daughter. This is not for you. Listen to me. Listen to my voice. I have something bigger for you. I am preparing something. I'm preparing you for something greater. So don't be discouraged. And while you wait, you keep putting your best foot. You keep putting your best foot forward. While you wait, Nick says delayed don't mean denied. True word. Exactly, Nick. Delayed don't mean denied. A truth I want to share with you. We live in a hurry. This new world that we live in, it's a real hurry. Everything is rushed. Everything is rushed. We live in a world that celebrates speed. Fast food, fast internet, next day delivery, instant success. But life doesn't work that way. Life doesn't work that way. Character doesn't grow overnight. Fast money, thank you, Dav. That one deserves a drum roll. Wait, that one deserves a drum roll, Dav. That one deserves a drum roll. Come technology. Don't do me that tonight. Give Dav a drum roll. Yes. Yes, Dav, you're getting it, man. All right. Some people want instant success. But life, as I said before, life doesn't work in that way. Character doesn't grow overnight. Leadership doesn't develop overnight either. Strong marriages don't happen overnight. Strong children aren't raised overnight. Sometimes the waiting part of the preparation. What I said, sometimes waiting is part of the preparation. We want everything fast food, fast money, as the Dove says. We want instant success because we live in a fast world. We want it now. We want it now. Nobody believes in waiting. Nobody believes in ensuring that you're well equipped. You're well equipped and prepared to take on whatever promotion you're aiming for. Nobody wants to wait. But we need to realize that sometimes the waiting is part of your preparation. So a question for you. Has anyone here ever had to wait much longer than expected for something? Have you ever had to wait much longer than expected for something? True Chung says, and when it's not going fast for us, we think we have failed. When it's not going fast for us, we think we have failed. And True Chunks, that's you man, you know. That's you, man. That's human. That's human. Sometimes we're human, and that happens. And that's why sometimes we have to be careful of the people we surround ourselves with, the conversations we have, not feeding into people who feed on negativity. So when we're down and we feel like it isn't going our way, like we're failing, we need people to speak positivity in our life. Yeah, we need people who are positive. We need to go around positive people. We don't want people to say, yes, same me too. Nothing is happening. I've been trying. They're blocking our path. They don't like or no, you don't want that. You don't want that. You want to surround yourself with positive people. And you want to start thinking, start tapping into that part of the brain that promotes positivity. Look on the brighter side. Always look on the brighter side. Welcome, Radical. Welcome to our Leadership Unscripted. Tonight is not the normal show. It's not the normal show. Tonight we're just talking. And our topic for tonight, not every delay is denial. Remember to tap the screen, everyone. If you're on the live and you've not yet press that plus button to become a part of the Leadership Unscripted family, make sure you do so. Make sure you do that as well. And make sure you're tapping the live. We want to get to 15K tonight. We're now at 2.2K. We want to get to 15K tonight. Our topic for tonight, not every... Thank you, Radical, for following me. I will once you follow me, I'll do the same. When I come out the live, I will follow you as well. Once I come out the live, once you follow this profile, I will follow you as well. Rest assured. I'm not one of those persons who they have 50,000 followers and they only follow 2 people. No, nobody's better than anybody. If I follow you, support for support. If I'm following you and supporting your movement, you're supposed to do the same for me as well. So our topic for tonight, not every delay is denial. So I asked a question earlier. Has anyone ever had to wait much longer than expected for something? Let me hear some response. You ever have to wait much longer than you had anticipated or expected on something? I have. The role I'm currently in, I can tell you, the role I am currently in. At one point, I went as far as applying elsewhere. Because I was acting. I was in Hollywood. Trust me. I didn't know I would have been appointed. I was acting for about 3 years. Yes, so I definitely know what it means to wait much longer than expected for something. And I see Dav says yup. And I see Chu Chong says definitely. So whatever it is, you don't really have to share it. But if you know you've had to wait at some point in your life longer than expected for something, you're not alone. And that wait doesn't mean you're failing. That wait doesn't mean you are being denied. Welcome, Raheem. That wait is part of your preparation. You are being prepared for the right time, for the right role. Candace, welcome. You are being prepared for the right time, for the right role. And when it's your season, when it is your season, no metal door, not even the wall that is parting Mexico and America can stop you when it is your season. Dr. Mackenzie says we need to stop taking validation from people. Know our worth. Let me give you a drum roll, Dr. Mackenzie. Big point there. We need to stop taking validation from people. Know our worth. Another drum roll for that one. Thank you, Dr. Mackenzie, for that one. Another thing that I see a lot of people I've encountered, they have a problem with comparison. Always comparing yourself with others. So one of the quickest ways to become discouraged is to compare your timeline with someone else's. Let me go again. One of the quickest way to become discouraged, if you want to stress yourself, if you want to become discouraged, if you want to feel like you're failing when you're not failing, start comparing your timeline with someone else's. Oh, he's 30 and he has achieved that. I am 30 and I'm still waiting. So what? So what? So what? Wait on your time. Keep preparing. Keep preparing. Wait on your time. Do not compare your timeline with someone else's timeline. No. 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 And sometimes, correct, after all, comparison is a thief of... Thank you, Dav. Comparison is a thief of joy. And not only that, some people get to where they are doing some unscrupulous things. Some people you don't know what they've done to get where they are. And you're out here comparing yourself with them. You're out here looking at people, their achievements, and the flashy lifestyle they portray on social media. And you're out here feeling down and comparing yourself, thinking little about yourself, and you don't even know some unscrupulous things. Some unhappy some of these people are. Some of them are unhappy, you know. Some of them they're unhappy, and you're out here grudging them and wanting what they have. No, don't do that to yourself. True Chong said, things we don't know about, we cannot see their lives and see goals. Amen. Amen, True Chongs. We cannot see their lives and see goals. We cannot see their lives. Some of them, you see some of them on these fancy trips and in living this luxurious lifestyle. You don't want to know what the things they're doing to keep up. To keep up. You don't want to do that. Don't compare your timeline with anyone else's timeline. So we go on social media every day and we see the flashy lifestyles. We saw people posting on their page, oh, they've been promoted. Everybody getting promotion around you. Different business achievements, everybody talking. People getting married and you're not yet married. And you start comparing yourself. So, oh, my classmates, all of my friends got married, so I need to run and get married. And you run and get married and start getting some licks in the marriage. And you run into an unhappy marriage. So you be careful. You be careful what you wish for and the lifestyles you want to emulate. Because if God was supposed to answer some of our prayers, if God was supposed to look into our lusty hearts and the things we lust for and make some of those things come true for us, trust me, we would regret it. We would regret it. So sometimes, let us not compare our timeline with anybody else's. We don't want anybody else's life. Good for you, you're successful, good job. But you stay in your lane and you keep working at your goal. Don't compare yourself to anybody else. Because some of them, they're in these positions, they're living these fancy lifestyles, and they are unhappy. When they go to bed, they cannot sleep at nights. They hold so many people favors. They hold so many people favors. Some of them, they're in this position, they're like puppets. They're just there as figureheads. They can't make any decision for themselves because they didn't get there based on talent and based on talent and what they can do. Some of them were fast track and parachuted to some of these positions, and you're out there wishing it was you, stressing out yourself when what you're doing is more authentic than the life you're living. So look, don't do it. Don't do it. Please don't do it. Please don't do it. You don't know what someone had to go through before they got what you're looking at today. Always remember. Welcome, Kirk Spence. Welcome, Scorpio Queen. Welcome back. You don't know what someone had to go through before they got what you're looking at today. Cho Chung says, is it wrong to wish it was you, especially if you're putting in the work? It's not wrong. It's not wrong to wish it was you, but you're not going to allow it to consume you, that you're going to depression and you start thinking that you're a failure. No. It's good to aspire, of course. It's good to see people achieving things and aspire and see yourselves up there one day. Yes, definitely. Definitely. It's good to aspire and see yourself up there one day. But somebody block Holly for me, please. Let me block you off this thing with your nasty. Block you. Don't come on this live, your nastiness. Confirm. Move. Get off this live. Thank you. So, you need to, it's good to aspire. It's good to see things and say, I want to get there one day. But you're not going to let it stress you out. You're not going to allow it to consume you, that you start thinking little of yourself. That you start thinking you're a failure. No, you're not going to do that. You're not going to do that. You're definitely not going to do that. So we're not going to do that. So imagine 2 seeds. Imagine 2 seeds. One grows in 30 days. The other takes years. Does that mean the second seed has failed? Or is it preparing to become something much bigger? Welcome, Island Girl. Girls, welcome. Welcome, God bless. Let me read the story. Let me say the story again. Imagine 2 seeds. Imagine 2 seeds. One grows in 30 days. The other takes years. Does that mean the second seed has failed? Or is it preparing to become something much bigger? What do you think? Because the second seed takes longer to bear fruit, does that mean it has failed? Definitely not. And that's why I said earlier, let us not compare our timeline. Let us not compare our timeline to the timeline of others. We bear fruit in our own season. We have our season. And we're going to be happy for people in their fruit season. Some things take time. Thank you, God bless. Dav said, definitely not a failure. Just growing at its own pace and will develop into something beautiful. Cho Chung says, no. God bless you. Some things take time. Dr. McKen, everything has a season, yes. And we're going to be happy. We're going to be happy for people in their harvest season. In their season of harvest, we're going to be happy for people. We're going to cheer them on. We're not going to be bad mind. We're going to cheer them on and support them. Because when it's our season, no man can stop what God has ordained for you. No man can stop what God has for you. True Chunk said the Bible tells us that everything has its season, It's just for us to be patient. Need a little patience. And while we wait and be patient, we look at it as our preparation season. It is our preparation season. Everything has a season. However, we want to make sure we are watering it and providing the right environment for it to thrive. So true. And that's why I say, while we wait, use it as our preparation season. Don't be discouraged and walk with your mouth long and mope around the place and become miserable and grumpy. No. Keep putting in the work. Use it as your preparation season. And that's why the title for tonight, the focus for tonight, not every delay is denial. Another food for thought. Delay produces things success cannot. Good night, Apple. I'm thinking it's Apple because as your display name, I'm just seeing an apple. So he said, hi, good night, welcome to Leadership Unscripted. If you've not pressed the plus button to join my platform, oh, Jabilani, mommy. Hi, how are you? Roseanne, how are you? So if you've not joined the platform as yet, if you've not followed this profile, please ensure you, I will follow you as soon as I come out this live. Once you follow this profile, I will follow you. And make sure you tap the like to ensure that others are seeing it. And share the live as well. Candy Queen, welcome. Thank you for joining. So these are the food for thought. Delay produces things success cannot. Do you know that delay teaches? Delay teaches, it teaches patience. Oh, Dav, I didn't know. So delay teaches patience. Delay teaches faith. Delay teaches humility. Delay teaches us wisdom. It teaches us gratitude. It teaches us dependence. Delay teaches us character. It helps to build our character. Let me go again. Delay produces things success cannot. So in your delay season, when you hear that no, when you apply for that job and you didn't get through, or you're waiting, you've applied and you were not shortlisted. But only if we are willing to learn these things. Yes, true. We have to be willing and start with mindset. And that's why I will forever promote this book, The Psychology of Fragility. I will always promote it. Because it starts with your mindset. How you view things. Stop taking things so personal. Use things to grow you. It starts with your mindset. How you see things. Things you take on. Some allow bitterness and negativity to block the opportunities for these lessons. And that is so true. We cannot allow. So we have to be open. Our mindset comes back to mindset. So delay produces things success cannot. So delay teaches patience, faith. It teaches us humility, humble ourselves. It teaches us wisdom. We can get some good lesson from some of the no's and some of the delays. It teaches us gratitude, to be thankful for what we have. Sometimes delay teaches us to be thankful. Be grateful for what you have, Appreciate what you have. Appreciate the people in your life. Delay teaches us dependence and it builds our character. So looking back, what's the one delay that eventually made sense? Look back at your life. What is one delay that eventually made sense? One delay that when you look back you say, the wait was worth it. The wait was worth it. I am glad it didn't happen. I am glad I didn't get that job. I am glad I wasn't promoted. I am glad I didn't make that decision. So what's one delay that eventually made sense? I could tell you many delays that eventually made sense. Many things I've waited on. Many no's. I've had to appreciate and accept a lot of denials, a lot of no's. But eventually, they came around and they made sense. They made sense. I learned the lessons. So as I said earlier, delay teaches us wisdom, gratitude, dependence, character, to have faith, humility, and most important, it teaches us patience. So I'm going to put this out there. Maybe you're not ready yet. That is hard to swallow sometimes. The fact that maybe you're just not ready yet. This is hard to hear. But it's honest. Sometimes God isn't delaying the blessing. He is preparing the person. Imagine receiving everything you've prayed for before developing the character to handle it. Imagine receiving everything you've prayed for without developing the character to handle it. So sometimes our not ready yet season is actually there to build us. Use that season to prepare. Use that season to prepare. It's like turning lemon into lemonade. Yes, use that season to prepare. Use your no, use your denials, delay season. Use your delay season to prepare instead of thinking or looking at it as denial. So looking back over my own journey, there were opportunities I desperately wanted. Doors I wanted to open. Prayers I wanted answered immediately. At the time, I couldn't understand the delay. Looking back now, I'm grateful because I wasn't ready. The delay wasn't punishment, it was preparation. So sometimes the delay, as I said earlier, delay isn't punishment, it is preparation. Welcome, Brown Sugar. So here's my encouragement to you. Here is my encouragement to you as we delve deep in the topic, not every delay is denial. Here's my encouragement to you. Maybe your business hasn't grown yet. Maybe your business hasn't grown yet. And I'm speaking to myself tonight too. I'm not only encouraging you, but I'm speaking to myself. Because this platform, this new business that I've entered in being an author and having my own website and having my resources on the website, it hasn't grown as yet. I'm still this platform is just 2-3 weeks old. It hasn't grown yet. Maybe the promotion hasn't come yet. Maybe the relationship hasn't happened yet. Maybe healing is taking longer than you expected. Let me go again. Maybe healing is taking longer than you expected. Maybe you've been faithful and still you're waiting. Don't confuse waiting with being forgotten. What did I say? Do not confuse waiting with being forgotten. So whatever it is, if it's your business that hasn't yet grown to where you want it to be, if the promotion is still waiting, if you're still waiting on that promotion, if for some reason you're looking for that perfect and good relationship, but it hasn't happened as yet, if your healing is taking longer than expected, and you've been faithful, you stood the course, and you're still waiting, be encouraged. And don't confuse waiting with being forgotten. You see, this book, every night I'm going to come on here and I'm going to promote this book. Because sometimes we have to take check of our mindset. How we think. Our mindset, this book. The Psychology of Fragility. One of the themes that is constant throughout this book, one of the messages is that growth often happens during the difficult seasons. Welcome, Donna Williams. What did I say? Growth often happens during the difficult seasons. And that's where character is formed. Growth often happens during the difficult season. That's where character is formed. And let me find, I have a perfect song for that. Remember last night I told you guys that sometimes we need to vent on our knees and find a song to vent through. This song, I'm going to repeat what I just said, and then I'm going to play this song. Growth often happens during the difficult seasons, because that's where character is formed. This is my song. Sometimes it is in your difficult season that you will figure out and know how strong you are. What did I say? Sometimes it will be in your during your difficult season, you will know how strong you are. That's when you'll have to find that inner strength. That's when you will have to get your mind to speak strength into you. So maybe the opportunity hasn't passed you yet. Maybe it just hasn't reached you yet. Maybe your story is still being written. Let me go again. Maybe the opportunity hasn't passed you. Maybe it just hasn't reached you yet. Maybe your story is still being written. So this week, stop asking, why is this taking so long? Stop asking that. Instead, I want you to ask, what is this season trying to teach me? There's a lesson in every season. There's a lesson in every situation. There's a lesson in every delay. There's a lesson in every struggle. Every disappointment. Everything that goes the way you didn't want it to go. Everything that doesn't go the way we want it to go. There is a lesson. Ask yourself, what is this season? What is this situation trying to teach me? And sometimes it can be patience. Sometimes it can be patience. Sometimes you need a little grit. Sometimes it can be character. So ask yourself, what is this season trying to teach me? So your delay season, during your delay season, during your not ready yet season, during your preparation season, Nadia, welcome. During your preparation season, instead of asking, why is this taking so long? Why is it taking so long for me to get a breakthrough? Instead of asking that, ask yourself, what is this season trying to teach me? So I will leave you with this tonight. I will leave you with this. Some of the greatest blessings in life arrive after the greatest periods of waiting. What did I say? Some of the greatest blessings in life arrive after the greatest periods of waiting. So don't lose hope. Never lose faith. And don't give up simply because your journey doesn't look like someone else's. not every delay is denial. Sometimes it's preparation. Sometimes it's protection. What did I say? Sometimes the delay is protection. And sometimes it's positioning you for something greater than you imagined. Let me go again. Not every delay is denial. Sometimes it's preparation. Sometimes it's protection. And sometimes it's positioning you for something greater than you imagined. So as I get closer to the end, I'm going to leave you. I love to leave songs on your heart. I love to leave songs on your heart.
Don't know why, but I'm grateful. Standing here, not knowing how we'll get through this test, but holding on to faith you know best.
Please ensure you're tapping the screen. Share the live. And if you have not followed this platform, I'm asking you to do so. Please join the Leadership Unscripted movement. Tonight is not our normal show. Our normal show, we would have a leadership topic to talk about. Tonight we're encouraging. And our topic for tonight, delay is not denial. All right. So God will always make a way. What did I say? God will always make a way for us. He will always make a way. He will always make a way for us. Always. So I'm going to repeat what I said earlier. So delay, sometimes not every delay is denial. Sometimes it's preparation, sometimes it's protection. Sometimes it is positioning you for something greater than you imagined. So I want to thank you for spending this time with me tonight. Thank you. If this conversation encouraged you, share it with someone who may need to hear these words. So until next time, keep believing, keep growing, and never let a delay convince you that your purpose has been denied. What did I say? Never let a delay convince you that your purpose has been denied. The entire live tonight will be downloaded and it will be shared on my YouTube platform, Dr. Dale. It will be shared on my YouTube. The entire live will be shared on my YouTube platform. So you can go back and watch it. And you can direct someone there who you think need a word of encouragement. Someone who is going through their delay season. Someone who is about to give up. Someone who think they have been waiting for far too long. Just remind that person they're in their preparation season. They are being prepared for something greater. And remind them that the delay they're experiencing may be protection. Maybe preparation, it may be protection. It may be preparation for something much, much bigger. So tell them not to lose hope. Tell them not to lose hope. To keep pushing. Keep believing. And never let a delay convince them that their purpose has been denied. This is my theme song for the weekend. Remember, not every delay is denial. We're using every delay as our preparation season. And everything starts with the way you think about things. Start with your mindset. So if you've not yet gotten your copy, get your copy of The Psychology of Fragility on Amazon. Or if you're in the Cayman Islands, we have them available locally in the Cayman Islands. But if you're overseas in another country, it is available on Amazon. And if you have a child or know of a child who needs some motivation as well, who needs to know when to stand up, this is a book for every child, George's Journey. If you're in the Cayman Islands, we have them locally. If you're not in the Cayman Islands and you're overseas, you can get a copy on Amazon. Thank you very much. Sometimes you will never know the details. You will never know why you've been delayed. But it's not denial. It's never denial. Open every door. Hey Ryan, yes I'm good. How about you? I'm good. Just over here vibing and sending some positive message out there. Make sure you join the live tomorrow night, everybody, at 8:30. I promise to come with another topic. The weekend is all about encouragement, upliftment. The weekend is about upliftment. So tomorrow night will be another riveting topic. And if you're wondering what the title of that song, it is Open Every Door for Me, Lord, by Faith Lumen. Wonderful song. Wonderful artist. Wonderful, wonderful song. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful song. Wonderful song. So good night, everyone. See you tomorrow night at 8:30. Where I will be speaking about something that you're going to like. The posters will go out later, but you will love it. So thank you for joining me, and I hope tonight's discussion encouraged you. Thank you so very much. Keisha, you're late. We're just about to sign off. Thank you and good night, everyone. See you tomorrow night at 8:30. Yes, Keisha, I'm done. You came on late. You came for the benediction.
You don't know what it took to still be here.
So see you guys tomorrow.